From Rage Baiter to Rage Better. YOGAN style has finally arisen from its grave, and it is no longer a rage baiter because he got the biggest buff ever made in Volleyball Legends. So today, I will be teaching you how to become pro with YOGAN in 5 minutes. You will learn how to use your rage properly, charge properly, and spike properly to maximize your YOGAN potential. Without further ado, it's time for you to become pro. Alright, first, let's analyze what are the stats of YOGAN style. As you can see here, this is the only style who have a max style to everything, and it has a 3 rainbow stats: jump, spike, and diving. So he's like the combination between Kizuki, Timeskip Hinata, and Kasuna. And all of these max stats can be activated through his secret ability called Raging. When he rages, he gets max and rainbow stats. But when he's not, he's still a pretty good receiver. Hear me out. The first step for you to become pro as YOGAN is to go to the practice mode. Alright. So here are the key things you need to know about YOGAN. His secret ability gets charges whenever you receive or score. But which among these are the fastest way to charge your rage? The fastest way to charge your rage is through diving. Usually, it takes 6 sets or bump to max out your charging. But with diving, it only takes 4. Once you get this rage, all of your stats becomes max and you will get this craziest power ever. What the hell? This spike is so crazy, bro. And you wanna know much more crazier? He dived crazy too, like Kizuki. Bro, we just got a best setter, and now we get a best attacker here. Alright, here's another interesting part. The things that drain your rage are only spiking and blocking. So you don't have to worry that much when you're receiving, setting, or even serving. You can go crazy whenever you want as long as you don't drain it. Bro, this YOGAN buff makes me so happy, but what makes me more happier is when you hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's talk about the simple rules as YOGAN. There are 3 rules that you need to know as a YOGAN. Rule number 1, no rage rule. As a YOGAN, your main role when you don't have rage is to keep receiving and defending. You will only attack whenever you have rage mode. Rule number 2, avoid S-tilt when rage mode. So you have seen how crazy is the rainbow stats on spike. Your S-tilt will likely get to out of bounds unless if you are in the back row and the ball is really low enough to spike. Rule number 3, always dive. As a YOGAN, you have a really decent stats for diving, and it's really crucial for you to charge up your rage. Even though you have the rage, diving can help you catch the ball effectively because it covers half of the field. So I have a secret tip for you, especially for the high elo players. So a lot of you are struggling to counter Kasuna, especially in high elo. Since YOGAN has this rainbow jump, you can completely counter Kasuna by timing your fishnetting in front of him. It can hardly bypass your block because you have this rainbow jump just like Kasuna. So whenever there's a Kasuna player in your enemy, you can counter it with YOGAN. Alright, so now let's talk about the deadliest tech. There are 2 deadliest tech that you need to know. The first one is the high ball tech. This tech is similar to Kasuna charge tech. To do this tech, you must position yourself to the side most and make sure your setter set really high for you. Because this high ball allows you to have 3 options on your angle. Whether you dunk it, spike it in the middle, or the outmost part of the corner. This makes you unstoppable just like Kasuna player. Let me show you some example from it. And for our second deadliest tech is the corner serving tech. This one is a classic tech but also works really well for YOGAN. All you have to do is position yourself to the corner side, then spike it to the cornermost or cut side. But here's the trick when serving. You will only do W tilt when you do the corner. But when you do a cutting serve, you don't have to do the W tilt but with no tilt only. With this, you will avoid triggering the too low when serving. I had done this many times in the ranked game and it works most of the time. Alright, so now you know the deadliest tech, let's talk about the best abilities for YOGAN. There are 2 best abilities that you should use as a YOGAN, and the first one is redirectional jump. This one is my goat among all of the abilities because there's tons of things you can do with this ability. You can trick your enemy when spiking, serving, or even do a 360 spike on them. This is like aura maxing when you use this ability. And the next one is the curve spiking. This one you can utilize this when you are serving. With your corner serving tech, you you can maximize it by doing the curve spiking. All you have to do is to just glide, S-tilt, then suddenly activate it before you spike. In simple words, Yogan is no longer a rage baiter, but a craziest style ever made in Volleyball Legends. If you want to learn more further, feel free to watch this tips and tricks video, or even try to learn these all secret stuffs. As always, leave a like and subscribe. A fellow summer says, to God be the glory.